And New York State lawmakers are set to take on a bill which would make COVID-19 vaccinations a requirement for residents. One America's Caitlin Sinclair has that story.
New Yorkers have been hearing about this proposed legislation that would make the COVID-19 vaccine mandatory. We first heard about this over a week ago and no updates since. We believe it's sitting at the State Assembly, of course. What can you tell us as far as what this bill would essentially mandate?
Well, I know that this is, a bill that's right now in committee, and that there have been, in the recent days, there have been several articles written about it, and Assemblymember Rosenthal has introduced this bill, and what this bill would do is mandate that anyone who doesn't have a doctor's exemption to have the COVID vaccine. And this is very scary because this is basically taking away your individual human rights. And also, how in the world could government mandate that, in order to live in a state, you have to have a vaccine, or you have to have any kind of medical, treatment of any sort in order to be a resident of the state. It goes against the Constitution of the United States. It goes against the Bill of Rights.
Totally, absolutely. And now the people of your borough and your district, tell our viewers what they've expressed when word first broke about this.
People of Staten Island are really upset.
All right, Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shemal Shai. Double honors to my teachers, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down. Yahweh Shemal Shai, Barakatham, to the sincere Akim and Akwathim that believe in his truth. In sincerity, man. We're coming into those times, man. All right, because here they're talking about proposing this bill for, if I'm correct, basically, just being a resident and living in the state of New York. Gotta take this this vaccine. Is what it's sounding like, And for one thing, because best believe if one place does it, man, best believe, man, all the other states are going they're going to follow, And I was reading some of the comments, and a lot of people are expecting a mass exodus, right? Like out there in California not too long ago, there were people were getting the hell out of the Dodge and whatnot, right? And it appears that this could be the same case out there in New York, but nevertheless, because like I said, if once one place proposes something, pretty much all the other states are going to follow after, and also on another note, because people basically, they're trying to find the easy route, being that Jacob's Trouble is basically knocking on the front door, all right, little by little, because as they were discussing, basically them taking away individuals' so-called or quote-unquote rights, all right, it goes, going against the Constitution or whatnot, which, like it's been brought up before, man, because people, man, they're gonna find out that piece of paper, man, it doesn't mean anything, all right? It's just a piece of paper, all right? But nevertheless, all right, because again, they're questioning how they're going to be able to accomplish these things, and again, through the unrighteous decrees and through their law and policy, all right? What is that, Isaiah the 10th chapter, and Daniel's 8:25, all right? And also another scripture that says, he frameth mischief by law, all right? So this is how they're going to be able to accomplish these things. For one, because, pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth given unto the hand of the wicked, right? So this is Esau's time to run, right now. You know, this is his time to rule, so he can do whatever he wants. Right? The elites that run this world, man, they can do whatever they want. All right, so you know that's how they're going to be able to accomplish these things. You know, but let's play some more of this.
About it, and I'm sure that there are people of other counties that are upset about it as well, because we have seen government overreach, all in the name of this pandemic, this emergency pandemic, which, by the way, has a 99% recovery rate. And while we watch on television, and in big tech and in the news media, that they tell us daily about how many deaths there are, how many hospitalizations, how many positive tests, they don't talk to us about the fact that there's a 99% recovery rate for this pandemic.
Right. So, Letitia, we also wanted to have you on to discuss another new bill that's floating around out there, which would essentially be able to force...
All right, and that's pretty much what I want, because, pretty much the second half of this, they're talking about the New York Assembly 416 bill, which it's been brought out already. I myself and other elder brothers have done videos on it, which basically that bill they were proposing, if they haven't passed it already, but they were proposing this bill. People that they pretty much deem a threat, they can pretty much take them into these quarantine centers, forced quarantine, right, until they're basically deemed a non-threat. All right, so that's pretty much what the second half is going into. But again, basically, this bill that they're proposing, for all residents, if I'm not mistaken. Let me because I don't want to butcher anything.
And New York State lawmakers are set to take on a bill which would make COVID-19 vaccinations a requirement for residents. One America's Caitlin Sinclair has that story.
New Yorkers have been hearing about this proposed legislation that would make the COVID-19 vaccine mandatory. We first heard about this over a week ago, and no updates since. We believe it's sitting at the State Assembly, of course. What can you tell us as far as what this bill would essentially mandate?
Well, I know that this is, a bill that's right now in committee. It's the Constitution of the United States. It goes against the Bill of Rights.
Totally, absolutely. And now the people of your borough and your district, tell our viewers.
So yeah, basically, like I said, if I'm correct, it sounds like they're this bill, they're gonna everyone has to be vaccinated, forced vaccinations. All right, this is what this sounds like this bill is proposing. All right, and because also stuff like this, man, it's going to lead to the seditions that it speaks about, 2nd Ezra 15 chapter. All right, and more uprisings and tumults. All right, because again, like they discussed, this stuff like this, man, it goes against people's rights. All right, it goes against people's constitution and whatnot. Being forced to take this this poison, right? Get into a few precepts. I won't make this too long. And again, because like it's been said, man, little by little, all right, Esau, man, he's gonna put the tight squeeze on all of us. All right, it's gonna make it hard for us to live. If we don't get down with this whole beast system of things, all right, then you're gonna be excluded from society. And this is why, man. All right, because let me get this, just to get the point. Psalms 51, and because again, coming into the times that we're coming into, man, we're gonna have to have a strong mindset. All right, because something I always say, man, it's easier said than done now when your back is, well, our back isn't against the wall. It's easier to proclaim you're not going to take the vaccine, you're not going to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. It's easy to say these things now when our back's against the wall. All right, but little by little, man, once these people start taking away our basic necessities and making it more difficult for us to live, All right, because you even got people that aren't in the truth, you know, just average people that, you know, they're freely proclaiming now that, you know, they're not gonna get down with these things. They're not gonna do such and such, right? But you know, a lot of these people, man, if you're not of the elect, you know, you're not gonna make it, man. You're gonna fold, and then a lot of people are gonna end up folding, all right, once the Lord starts turning the heat up, right? And again, because I was saying, this is why, man, coming into the times that we're coming into, man, this is why we're gonna have to have a strong mindset, you know. Each and every day, man, our faith should be increasing and you know, getting stronger, all right. You know, because this is definitely not the time to bitch out, man, and get all weak and feeble and whatnot, right? You know, like the apostles always say, man, this is the time now more than ever to you know, be on hot for your to be on fire for your Shai, because there's no lukewarm, man. You're either hot or you're cold, you know. And this is definitely the time to be hot for your Shai. So let me get this in Psalms 51, starting at verse 10. It says, "Create in me a clean heart, O Most High, and renew a right spirit within me." Yeah, because coming into the truth, man, we have to have a different mindset. You know, like the scriptures talk about, basically killing off the old man, right? You know, being born again, right? You know, we have to be made a new creature, you know, and that means, you know, a big part of that is detaching from the lusts and the pleasures of this world, the things of this world, man. You know, because what's the scripture say? Scriptures say, those that seek their life, man, they're gonna lose it. You know, people trying to establish themselves in the society and whatnot. All right, because the time is coming, you know, where we're gonna, you know, a lot of us are gonna have to leave all this stuff behind, man. Our cars, homes, jobs, all right, our families, children, wives, you know, a lot of us are going to have to lose a lot of these things. So this is why, again, you know, going back to the scripture, you know, we are being renewed, man, you know, putting off the old man, you know, and basically being reprogrammed. We have to be deprogrammed from this world and be reprogrammed for Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, you know, because, you know, a lot of people, man, they're gonna come in that spirit of Lot's wife, you know, and they're not gonna want to lose their possessions and whatnot. You know, the little things that they have in society, they're not gonna want. They're gonna want to hold on to it, you know. So when that time comes, man, you know, a lot of people, man, being that, you know, they just can't detach from this place, you know, because, you know, the Lord didn't, you know, renew that spirit in them, you know. When you read on verse 11, it says, "Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me." So you see, you know, because again, you know, a lot of people are, you know, for the most part, at least for right now, like I said, you know, being that our backs aren't against the wall, so to say, but a lot of people, you know, they appear to have that, you know, being that spirit of, they're not going to get down with this system and this way of doing things. All right. But it's easy to put it like this, man, because in this society, man, it's easy to go off. It's easy to be wicked. All right. It's hard being righteous, you know, because even brothers in the faith, man, you know, I mean, you know, this is why, man, because the like they say in the world, man, the biggest battle that we fight is within ourselves. All right, this war between the flesh and the spirit, man, because like the scriptures say, man, the scriptures say, man, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right, you know, and this, like I said, this is the biggest battle that we gotta face, man. Fighting this flesh. All right, you know, because you know the flesh and the spirit is contrary to one another. You know, but nevertheless, man, this is why, man, the spirit, man, we need to increase in the spirit now more than ever. You know, we need to increase our faith now more than ever, because, like I said, man, it's easy to get. It's easy to be wicked in the society, man. It's easy to go off, man. You know, if I'm not mistaken, like when you go back to in Genesis with Cain and Abel, you know, Abel presenting the righteous sacrifice in Cain, all right, you know, you know, with this wicked sacrifice. And what does it say? Because basically Cain, you know, he didn't want to, you know, present the right sacrifice. You know, he was presented with an option. You know, either do right or you know, sin lies at the door. You know, and of course, you know, he chose the wicked path. You know, he chose the left side, to go on the left side and be wicked. All right, but the point being that, you know, sin is readily available. It's easy to go off. It's easy to sin. All right, it's easy to take that vaccine. You know, it's easy to take the mark of the beast. All right, just to, you know, keep your homes. You know, basically holding on to your livelihood, because again, eventually it's going to get to that point where, in order to function in this society and you know, have a job or whatever the case may be, all right, you're going to have to sell yourself out, man. You know, and you're going to have to you know, go off, because again, the whole point being, it's easy to go off. All right, you know, and this is why, like I said, you know, because you know, the apostles and elders, man, they're constantly talking about how we need to prepare our minds and get our minds ready to lose all this shit, you know, and leave all this stuff behind. And that's a hard pill to swallow, man. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that's you know, it's easy, no, because it's not. You know, that's going to be a hard pill to swallow when the time comes for it. You know, but nevertheless, this is why, you know, we constantly asking Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, that he renews our spirit and that he doesn't take our spirit from us, because ultimately it's going to take the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai to guide us in those times, to guide us in those days. You know, that's what it's going to take. You know, because again, you know, like I keep saying, man, little by little, man, they're going to take away our freedom. You know, like I keep saying, man, life is about to get real uncomfortable for all of us, slowly but surely. All right. You know, this devil's getting ready to come down with that great wrath. You know, they I mean, they already got the military here. You know, in some of the states, man, they're activating the military to, you know, help out with the vaccination in different centers or whatnot, right? You know, because like it's been said before, man, expect more of these vaccine centers throughout. You know, start popping up. More of these quarantine centers to start popping up. All right. More and more of a military presence. All right, these are things that you can expect, you know. And again, man, let's take this time out now to be, you know, build on our faith up, man, because it's about to get difficult, man. It's about to get real uncomfortable, and this is all strategically set up by the elites. All right, you know, putting our backs against the wall, so we pretty much have no choice but to, you know, get down with the whole beast system, man, and bow the knee to the image of Baal, so to say, you know. But let's get some free more precepts. Because this is how Esau operates, man. You know, he operates off of oppression, thievery, and robbery, rape, murder. This is how he operates. This is how he gets down. This whole landmass of America was established. All right, it was based off the bloodshed, rape and rob of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right, but let me get this in Isaiah 33:1. It says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously." The hell? "And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee." All right, but the point being that, again, you know, how they get their gain and how they get people to submit to their will. All right, this is how they got to do it. They got to deal treacherously. You know, they you know, again, because this whole place, man, was built off rape, robbery, murder. All right, the spoil of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Dealing treacherously with so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This is how they operate. All right, and again, you know, through their unrighteous decrees and through their policy. All right, the wicked policy. This is how they, get people to get down with the program. All right, oppression is what it is. And again, this is why we ought to be praying to Yahweh Shem Shah constantly, man. That He gives us the spirit to not sell our integrity, because ultimately that's what it's going to come to. Selling your integrity. All right, because when you read verse 2, it says, "O Yahweh, be gracious unto me. We have waited for thee. Be thou their arm every morning. Our salvation also in the time of trouble." So you see, because again, going back to how we're going to be able to, maintain that integrity, and maintain our self-will, right? It's all going to be through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, man, because, this is not going to be something that we're going to be able to do on our own, all right? We need the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. We need, Lord's will, that He shows us mercy, that we're able to, escape these times that we're coming into, because again, that's what it's going to take, at the end of the day, man. All in all, that's what it's going to take, and this is why, because the Lord, man, He's full of mercy, He's full of grace, and this is why, again, we take that time out now to beg the Lord to have mercy upon us, that He remembers us, when these times of trouble come, because like the scriptures say, man, perilous times that we're coming into, very, very, very dangerous times we're coming into, and these devils they're about to strip everything from us. All right. So on to the next one, man. Here it is, man. You're hearing it yourself. They're putting into proposing, all residents to get the vaccine. Well, I'm gonna get this in Jeremiah 12:1. It says, "Righteous art thou, O Yahweh, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore doeth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal treacherously?" So you see, because for one thing about these elites, man, because like I said, the way that they obtain everything, man, is through bloodshed, innocent bloodshed, all right, through the sword, which was their blessing, right? Rape, rob, murder. All right, it's all treacherous. This is they deal treacherously, and they can give two damns in the world about it. All right, they do it with no mercy, no empathy. All right, no sympathy, no compassion, no emotions whatsoever. All right, like when you read throughout, like I believe it's in the book of Obadiah, if I'm not mistaken, as well as other places. But basically, whenever the nation of Israel fell, I forgot what particular captivity it was. I think it was during the time of the Babylonian captivity. All right, when the Babylonians came through and swept Jake, man. You had Esau right there, man. The nation of Esau, right, cheering it on and basically kicking a dead horse. They were cheering and whatnot, right? They were saying like, damn, what was basically, man, they were on the sidelines cheerleading, right? When our forefathers were getting conquered, right? Like I said, basically kicking a dead horse. All right, here it is. We're already being conquered and whatnot, and you had these merciless people, on the sidelines cheering and nagging it on and whatnot. These just the people without emotion and without care, no care in the world whatsoever. It's all about them. The most selfish people. All right, and even with that, because they don't even care about their own people. With that, But nevertheless, man, these are the people that are ruling. And they don't care about none of us. So they have no problem taking away our rights, they have no problem stripping all this stuff from us, taking everything from us. All right, they have no problem with it. And on top of that, man, they add more onto it, man. More oppression on top of it. It's like we can't catch a break out here, man. But let me get this last one. In Ezekiel 18, starting at verse 10, it says, "If he beget a son that is a robber, a shedder of blood, and that doeth the like to any one of these things, and that doeth not any And that doeth not any of those duties, but even hath eaten up the mountains and defiled his neighbor's wife, hath oppressed the poor and needy, hath spoiled by violence. So you see, because again, little by little, man, like I said earlier, man, they already got the military activated in certain places, right? To put on the facade that they're helping out with the vaccines and whatnot, all right? Because like they mentioned, man, residents, man, for the most part, man, they're not gonna be happy with this, and this is gonna cause more uproars of the people, more seditions, you know, and all in all, man, because things will, things will eventually turn for the worst, all right? Because again, people's rights are being violated, so they're gonna stand up, like the saying goes, man. You back an animal in the corner, man, he's gonna come out lashing, and a lot of times the apostles, they be quoting this saying, what does it say? When you when the people have nothing to lose, man, they lose it, right? And this is what's getting ready to take place, all right? People are getting ready to lose their shit, man, all right? Because our livelihoods are on the line, and once you start messing with people's livelihoods, man, all right, expect them to lash out. So things will eventually turn for the worse out here in the streets of America very soon, man. But nevertheless, all right, this because of this oppression by Esau Edom, all right, making it law, making it mandatory for all residents to get vaccinated, because with that, again, you want to you're not going to be able to enter into certain businesses and establishments, be able to travel, all right? They just, well, I think this was out there in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, or it's out here. I got to double check on it, but basically, force mass mandates for what is it, basically all damn, what does it say, man? What did the article say? Basically the travel, man, like to use the city buses and whatnot, you know again, because like I said, man, it's gonna trickle down, and these draconian laws, man, they're things are only gonna tighten up, because eventually it's gonna be with the whole Crown Royal pass, right? You're gonna they're gonna start rolling, they're gonna roll out with that soon. You're gonna have to basically, because like I said, with like certain you're gonna start seeing military checkpoints and things of that nature, and you're gonna have to show your papers and whatnot, right, to see if you've been tested and whatnot, or vaccinated, right? This is what it's boiling down to, and this is what it's coming down to ultimately, right? And again, this is all impression, and this is how Esau operates, all right? Through his wicked oppression, all right? And the people are oppressed, man, and the people are they're tired, man. They're fed up, you know. This whole fatigue with this whole pandemic that's been going on over the past year and whatnot. People are fed up, man, and tensions are already running high. So again, hey, man, this thing is getting ready to go down. But reading on, it says, have not stored the pledge, and have lifted up his eyes to the idols, hath committed abomination. And at the end of the day, man, this all this is wickedness, man. It's all done in wickedness, man, to fill the bellies of these wicked elites, man. And like I said, man, they do it with no mercy. They can care less, about the average citizen here in America, man. So this is what's boiling down to, and like I mentioned, because stuff like this, man, it's going to lead to seditions and more uproars of the people, all right? Because for the most part, man, what certain places like the Netherlands or what, and other places or whatnot, they're protesting these lockdowns, these curfews and whatnot, this whole Crown Royal restrictions. People are protesting it. They, like I said, because they're sick of it. They're tired of this shit. But nevertheless, man, we're coming into these times, man, where man, we're gonna need the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai to be with us, man. So we don't fold, and like I said, we don't ultimately sell our integrity. We're gonna need the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Lord's will of the elect. We're gonna be all right. But that's all I had, man. Hopefully, this was edifying. To whom it may concern, once again, I'm gonna give all credit to Yahweh Shem Shai. the apostles and elders, a great millstone. And so next time, Lord's willing, say shalom.